also in charge of EFA Việt Nam Education Consultancy and Training Company. And it is a great honor for me to be here in the University of Adelaide, South Australia. And I have met quite a few international students here. They come from India, Malaysia, Hong Kong, China, and Vietnam too. And luckily, I have met Mr. Vinh Đặng. He comes from Đà Nẵng, the center of Vietnam. He has got high achievement scholarship from the University of Adelaide to study here, and I'm going to conduct an interview with him about life in Adelaide, the life at the universities, and the challenges or difficulties that all international students often met with or do encounter with here, and how he can survive, because now Vinh is in his third year at the university. He's the third year student. Okay, thank you very much. And hi Vinh, I would like to ask you some questions. Hi Vinh, one more question for you.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the most challenges or difficulties that all international students often meet here? Yeah, at the universities when they are studying, or have you had any most difficulties or challenges when you are studying here in the universities of Group 8, like University of Adelaide?
I see. I think the most difficulties, this is for international students, would be the language barrier, would be the most important part, because English is the main component of all the courses that you're studying here. From everyday life to anything that you study, English is the main thing. And if you're good with English, I think you can go anywhere in Australia with ease. Having said that, there are things for students that I find I still have difficulties. For example, I would say I have my fair share of terrible time management. And time management would be the most difficult part for everyone, and especially if you're studying in Group of 8. In Group of 8, they expect you, you have a lot of expectations, not just studying. You have to do small group discoveries, you have to do tutorial questions, you have to be outgoing, you have to be proactive with your industry. So anything, I would say, like anything in life, you have to be the one who's being proactive. And so you have to go out and about, and that will cost a lot of time. And certainly being very well time managed will be very important for all the students. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have met the director teaching program at the faculties of science, and she said that if the student work hard, study hard, and they engage in extracurricular activities at the weekend, and they try to find out the internship opportunities, they also just build up the network skill, engage in all the social student community, and so it is really easier for them to get a job after graduate from the university, and they also have a very good chance to apply for the migration, because you see that Adelaide is one of the places that offer the student from the state, Adelaide State federal state 5 point first priority is added to the total point for them to apply for the PR permanent residence. What about, your opinion? Do you want to get a chance to apply for the PR and to be here looking for a job after graduation from the universities or not?
I would say that certainly is the case for most of the international students here, and applying for PR is it's a dream for many international students. It is certainly one of my cases, and I would say you have to be proactive at everything. I volunteer a lot. I volunteer for a lot of faculties as well as outside university. I go to industry events, industry night, to talk to the potential employers, and you have to be proactive with your lecturers and your professors. So it does help you a lot if you are being very proactive, and help you with your futures and becoming a permanent resident in Australia.
Okay, thank you. What about your living cost here? I mean that have you got any part-time job to cover a part of your living cost here, or just your parents sponsor you for your living cost?
I would say half and half. And my parents just help me quite a bit, but I have my part-time job in the University of Adelaide as well as outside. And accommodation cost overall is generally expensive all around in Australia. But if you keep looking, and if you search well enough, you definitely find a place in Australia, in South Australia or in Adelaide, to be more specific, will be really good and reasonable.
Okay, thank you very much for your sharing, and I hope that we can just advise quite a few Vietnamese students to come here to experience. You see that they're studying here in the world-class facilities, university,
For sure,
and we have been to quite a few faculties. The facilities, amenities are really world-class ranked, and it is really full support from all the staff, the lecturer.
For sure.
And the management work here. And thank you very much for sharing all your experience and your life in Adelaide. And I hope that next time, if you have a chance to come back to Vietnam, especially to drop by Hanoi, and we may meet you. And for further, I know that you have a casual staff. You are casual staff here and working at the ECMS faculty.
Yep, that's
or ECMS faculty.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much, Vinh. Thank you.